2017 rolled around, and I had a friend that came up and said, "Hey, I have an idea that's going to be able to make blockchain mainstream." Because I wanted everybody, I wanted blockchain in the hands of everybody, and I just felt like, okay, well, obviously, let's do this thing because this sounds like the right thing. And what the idea was scaling blockchain, because this was during like the crypto kitties phase, where people were like, "Oh, look, all these expensive gas fees," and only if we knew how good we had it back then. But it was like, of course, once we fix scaling, we'll be able to fix blockchain. So started building that, and built out a prototype, and started actually like going and bringing it around and introducing it to developers at conferences. And I'd go to one conference and talk about how great this product is, but we're going to fix blockchain, we're going to make it scalable. And then I went to another conference and I saw the same developers, but like, it's still, yeah, we're gonna make the blockchain mainstream. Just come and use the product. And I went to another conference and another conference, and kept seeing the same developers over and over and over again. And I was like, wait a second, where is everybody? Like blockchain is so amazing. These conferences should be full of this new people over and over again. And I just kept finding that wasn't the case. And then I thought, well, how can I build a business on this few of developers use? I could get every single developer in the space, and I couldn't keep the lights on. So like maybe scaling isn't today's problem. This was back in 2018, and I was like, okay, well, maybe if scaling is not today's problem, well, the obvious problem is staring in my face here. I see the same developers over and over again. Like, they can't build the next internet. The internet right today has 25 million developers. And fast forward to today, blockchain has around 6,000 developers, according to the recent report that Andreessen did.
And that's monthly active developers. To be clear,
yeah, exactly. That's developers that are actually like spending their lives building blockchain. So 6,000 total. And that was like the big realization. I was like, okay, we need to get those 25 million developers into blockchain. And now that is the key to making blockchain mainstream. And that's when, I had to think really hard, like, how would we do this? It's like, okay, well, we could build developer tools, but I didn't feel like that was going to be the solution, because I felt that it was going to be too iterative. We're too far behind, and we need to actually make big advancements. And I felt like the templatized development type of aspect was too rigid at too early of a phase. So the only really big thing to do is ask the question of, like, what does blockchain look like if it's 100 times or even 1,000 times better than what it is, to be able to bring all of those developers into the space. And that's when I started working with Jay. I was introduced to Jay through a mutual friend to actually work on a different project. And he came in and just knocked my socks off. Like, how amazing, how brilliant, how forward thinking is as far as actually tech goes, and actually building and solving this problem of how to make just development easier. He had to warm him up around blockchain and to convince him that blockchain was everything that it's cracked up to be. He came around, but we partnered up. We decided this was the main thing that we needed to spend every single speck of our passion on, and we started Reach in 2019.
All right, I think people love hearing some of the personal stories, behind these things, and you just went back, I think, 9 years. So it's great. People have a sense of your passion and your commitment and how fired up you are about this. Sure. You talk about a vision of making it accessible for all these developers and multiplying the number of developers building on blockchain. How's it going? How's that vision going? What can you tell us from this last quarter?
So it's going great. Just to be honest with you, Dave, it was risky. It was a big risky bet that we decided to take at this big gnarly thing. And then it took us an entire year to actually get to a point where we had a product that we could release and people to use. So we released in September of 2020. And since then, we've now actually onboarded almost 7,000 developers into blockchain.